Now in its 10th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey everybody, this is Alex, and this, of course, is the Ramble. Always have some kind of technical problems before we talk to Lori Thompson. Hey, I'm wearing my glasses today.
You are now, Ben. Now I can't see you. I mean, I can see you, but it's a frozen picture.
The what?
I can see you, but the picture is frozen.
Oh, okay. Well, then forget about it. Just go back to where you were, and let's
Here
just
we
talk.
are. Now you're here. I got the good one of you.
I'll take my
okay, hang
glasses
on.
off so you don't have to see me with my glasses if you can see me.
There we are. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. We're fine. Yeah,
Woo-hoo.
there she is, ladies and gentlemen. That's Lori Thompson. We always have problems. I couldn't figure out I wasn't getting her audio, and it turned out it was on my end. I didn't have the right thing to hear it through. So
We're gonna get 2 Dixie cups and a long string.
a long string. That it'll go all the way down to Florida.
Yes.
How are things in Florida now? I guess it's all you've cleaned up and everything, right?
Oh yeah, and we didn't get hit much, but some areas did, and it is all cleaned up. And the TV coverage makes it look selectively much worse than it is.
Well, they always show the worst.
Yeah,
In
because it's
fact,
more.
If you ever go back to television, let's just say you do,
Okay.
and you become a reporter,
Yeah.
and it's flooding.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stand out in the flood.
Like Dan Rather, what a showboat. During a hurricane, he tied himself to a tree. Of course, that's when he was young, and that's what catapulted him to the network's attention.
Tying himself to a tree. Well, anyway, because what they do is they have these people, they're reporting, and I remember one case she was reporting, and she was like up to her knees in the water, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Obviously wearing galoshes and everything like that.
Or wellies.
And so she does this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right in back of her is a bank with no water.
Well,
So why didn't she go stand on the bank?
I think because it's visually more, wow, look, more
I mean,
dramatic.
I don't like I want my news reporters to be smart. I don't want them to be dumb.
Right, smart and dry. That's the thing.
Smart and dry, right. So you're indoors today, and there's a fireplace going there.
Yeah, I'm trying to, get the preamp to the holiday festivities because you're already starting to see it in the stores. And
It's not even, I'm looking at my watch, it's not even Christmas yet.
No, it's not. But we start using our fireplace we just do those, goofy logs, the little ones, the pressed peat.
Yeah, right, right.
Because they're so handy. And we start about now, although we can still walk around. I was just outside, it's 75 degrees here. So that's pretty perfect.
Yeah. We have a fireplace here.
I know. I've been to your beautiful apartment.
And I use wood.
Where do you get your wood?
I was getting my wood at a store
Where do you get your
here in
wood?
town, but it closed. It closed, and they would deliver the wood too.
Yeah.
And I had it all kind of stacked up, and but I got tired of making fires. Too much work.
Yeah.
Too much
And
work. That's why those little pressed logs or whatever you're doing back there are so convenient because you don't have to do anything. They just keep going.
Yes. And that's what I always use because I don't, I've made fires from scratch before in fireplaces that I've had, and it's just too tedious.
I make the most spectacular fires in fireplaces.
You do.
I know how to do it, and I do it. And one time my fireplace, I used to get, this is in San Francisco, I used to get the logs, okay?
Yeah.
But then I also got, what was those things that you put in there, and they're not charcoal. God, I'm trying to remember.
Oh, but those little cubes that would make it blue? Is that what you're thinking
no.
of?
This
Okay.
was actually something that made it hotter.
Really?
Yeah, they were like coals of some
Yeah.
sort, and you would put them underneath the fire, and the coals would heat up and keep the fire going. You didn't
That's
have to really work at it. It would just keep the fire going. Well, once I made the fire so hot that it melted the andiron.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Andiron, folks, in case you don't know, if you've never worked on is that little a metal a thing that holds the logs and everything. I literally it melted it.
You're on the Andiron Most
Yeah.
Wanted list.
But I know how to bank fires,
Uh-huh.
so that I put down 2 logs this way, and then I put 2 logs on top of it that way, and 2 more logs up in like this. And then what happens is you start the fire, and the fire goes up as a flue, kind of through the logs, and you get a beautiful fire. Gorgeous. People have commented on how gorgeous my fires looked.
Well, I did not know this about you. These handy skills you have.
Well, this
For-
isn't a handy skill. I'm basically a budding pyromaniac. No,
Which
it's
is
true.
always fun to.
It's true.
I
I
was
used
when
to
I was a
sit there
kid.
in New York late at night, and I had an ashtray, and I would start burning things in the ashtray. Like if I had some cellophane, I'd put that in. There was some other stuff, I'd throw that into the ashtray. And I just made huge fires in this ashtray while I was doing my show.
For entertainment. You had to entertain yourself.
Yeah. So I'm a
Well, I
budding
was a
pyro.
pyro when I was a kid. And to the point where my mom, I had some matches that I'd taken. They were those long ones.
Yeah.
So I'd take a few of those and carry them with me and found out they would strike on almost anything.
Mhm.
But then my mother was concerned. And so she started grilling me. Like, are you playing with fire? Like right now. She goes, you look suspicious, like you're playing with fire. And I'd be like, Mom, I'm in the bathtub. It's just like she became hyper aware.
What they should have done is make sure that all their matches in the house were safety matches and only would light on the box.
Yeah.
Then you would have to take the box with you, and that's a little harder to do.
Right.
Yeah.
It would be okay if I could have. I probably didn't have pockets. of
So
fire.
you were a budding pyromaniac. Great.
I was, yeah.
We're buds.
And now once you've owned a home, you don't feel the same way about fire.
Okay, well, who makes the fire in your home, Rick or you?
I made this one because it's just the goofy logs, the
Yeah.
little handy ones.
Yeah.
But he can make a real fire.
Yeah, he's good at it, huh?
He was a Boy Scout. He was Order of the Arrow, which is not Eagle Scout, but it's right up there. So,
Really?
oh yeah, he has all
I
kinds of.
tried to join the Boy Scouts, but my local Boy Scout troop was a Mason, not Masons, Mormons. Mormons.
Oh, yeah,
And they didn't want a Jew in there.
yeah. They didn't say so.
Even though, according to the Mormons, we're the chosen people.
You are really, according to the Mormons?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
I
but
didn't.
I don't know what we were chosen for, but we're the chosen people.
For contestants on Price is Right,
Mhm.
you've been chosen. Yeah, because the Mormonism I don't know much about. It's always been kind of a punchline because of having many wives, nudge nudge, wink wink, and all that. But Steve Young, 49er quarterback
Was a
for
Mormon.
many years, was a Mormon. And the thing about the wearing the little garment.
Well, it's called
I mean,
called the garment, and it's giant pajamas. It goes from your neck. I think it's like this on the shoulders. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen one. Well, it goes on your whole body, and you
Then you
wear
have to
that
wear it.
under your stuff. So when he was playing football, he probably was wearing the garment.
It makes sense because that's the impression I got. They had to wear them everywhere. It was an everyday thing.
Yeah,
And-
but I've never. You can't ask a Mormon about the garments because they won't tell you about them.
No, they won't. They get pretty tight-lipped when it comes to those very
Yeah, but
personal.
I'd like to know if there are different levels of garments. I mean, it gets very hot out there during the summer. Is
Yeah.
there a light summer version of the garment? I'm sure there
In
is.
poplin,
I'm sure
maybe.
there is. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't want to make them out of wool. And during winter, you'd want to make them out of wool, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably unless people have some trouble with their skin rubbing on the wool. But I see them down here in Florida when it's broiling hot, and they're always wearing a suit. I am hoping they're made of a cotton poly blend instead of, like you say,
Mormons, you're
wool.
saying, are doing that? Wearing
In
suits
Florida,
all the time?
well, no, I said I'm hoping they're going with the cotton blend because wool in this weather. But
Yeah.
I see many Mormons down here going doing their
Oh,
evangelistic
yeah,
service.
yeah. That thing.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass.
Well, God love them. I mean,
Yeah, but you gotta say, I'm not interested.
yeah,
And
I do.
they're used to that, and they're only doing it because they have to do that as part of the religion. They have to go out and go door to door and everything for about a year or two or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a mission. I don't know if they call it a mission,
I
but
think it's called a mission. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they are dedicated to it. And I guess some teams who are like BMOCs and quarterback with Steve Young and a big shot take a break from that and do their mission, which would keep you humble, I think. And it's a good idea because you get acquainted with all kinds of people. It's a good lesson in life.
Yeah, it's a good lesson in life. It's a good lesson in life of rejection.
Yeah,
Because you
but
come to my door, I'm going, not interested, bam,
well, they're starting to put the Book of Mormon in Marriott hotels. We stay at Marriott's because my husband has like 5 billion platinum points where you can stay free and get upgrades, and But we've noticed there's a Book of Mormon in a lot of Marriott hotels.
Oh, really?
So
I think
yeah,
Is Marriott Mormon? I think they may be.
they must be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then there's JW Marriott, which is a higher, it's a higher tier.
Yeah.
But I'm notorious about stealing hotel Bibles. I don't think it's stealing hotel Bibles because the Gideons want you to take it. That's my logic. And
Oh,
so I got
really?
a
Oh,
French,
okay.
I got a German one. It's basically the New Testament.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I'm just thinking. Actually, I went to a Marriott and I went to the room, and yes, I did have the Book of Mormon. The whole cast came up to the room and did the show.
I've seen that. I saw that on Broadway years and years ago.
Oh, it's a great
The-
show. It's a great
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, well, no, I saw that. Let me see when it was it a trilogy before that and there was a Mormon segment of this trilogy before they did the Book of Mormon as a standalone musical. And
Hmm.
that's the part I saw. There were different segments.
Yeah. Well,
But
the Book of Mormon was done by the guys who do South Park.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
those guys
that's
talk
the
about following your bliss. Those guys they are laughing and doing funny voices with their best friend. That's
yeah. That's been on South Park, I think, geez, 25 years, something like that.
I know. And you blink and it's gone. I would have said maybe 12.
Family Guy is, I think, in its 25th.
And The Simpsons.
And The Simpsons is in its, I think, 35th or something like that.
Yeah, because they started on the Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah,
as
there's a little
interstitial.
segment on the Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah. But you just got back from Paris.
No, I'm going to Paris.
Oh.
As we're recording this is going to be played tonight. Okay. So I am going, and then I play another one of you before I leave. Although I might not. I have to figure it out first.
Had to figure your programming schedule.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're going to have so much fun, but do the wheelchair option, Ben. I would recommend, because I sprained my ankle and I was I had fractures in my back. And so I got one I couldn't walk that far. I simply couldn't. So we got one once, and it's a great way to go. They're efficient. They get you where you're going, and and are respectful about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have a whole thing where Marjorie's the travel agent set it up so that she needs one too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, but then you'll be together, see, because that was the only thing when I had to get that wheelchair. I didn't see Rick. So, I mean, I assumed he was, I would see him on the plane, but you're separated for a while. And,
Well,
if you
what happened?
mind.
What happened? Did they have somebody push you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Good natured person, kind, not
Did you
condescending at
have to
all.
tip them afterwards?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
What did you tip?
I don't
20,
know if you're obligated to.
$20?
No.
Well, how much?
Yeah. 10.
10? Oh, I figured 20.
Yeah.
I just get a whole bunch of $20 bills and hand them out like they're,
Throwing them
like
around like
candy.
Daddy Warbucks.
Yeah, well, no, Marjorie is going to need one too. So it's going to be the two of us in wheelchairs.
Yeah.
And
And
they get you through TSA faster, doesn't it?
oh, everything goes faster. And you two together, see, that will be because that was the only alarming thing about it. It's like I didn't see Rick. I didn't know who we were going to end up.
I'm just afraid, though, see, because she's getting a wheelchair and I'm getting a wheelchair, that they're somehow going to figure out that we're phonies.
But you're not phonies, Ben.
Because
I mean,
oh, you've got a cane with you. Oh, big deal.
yeah, but no, there are some phonies, I'm sure, but you're not phonies. I mean, when we get perks that are senior citizen, I always am chagrined to a degree, but then I'm like, does this make sense?
Wait a minute, you're how old now?
64.
Oh, you're just right on the edge of senior citizen.
Right, but a lot of places.
Minute you get a Social Security check, you're a senior.
Okay, I haven't gotten that for yet.
Okay.
So I'm not official, but a lot of places, like at the movie, like I mentioned this before, when they give you the senior discount and they don't even ask you, it's like, wait a minute, you're just assuming I'm old, and that's humbling.
Yeah, well, I've been going to this physical therapy.
Yeah, which you weren't real crazy about
Well,
last time.
I don't know if it's working or not, but I'll tell you what I'm doing that is working. I went out and bought a pair. I went online. I said, shoes for neuropathy.
Yeah,
And
which
it
is
took me to this site called Corrupts or something like that is the name of it.
Sounds
And
German.
here it is. It's Kurku. Kuru. Kuru.
And they make shoes.
Yeah, they make really nice sneakers, really great sneakers, but they're reinforced in a different way. The heel is very reinforced.
Yeah.
And I put them on, and they're not comfortable immediately. You have to wear them for a while. But it forces me to go heel toe.
Ah, very good. So it's
Which helps
therapy,
me
right? Built in.
walking. Which helps me walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm using these new sneakers now, and I think they're gonna be okay. They're gonna help me a great deal. Yeah.
Good. I mean, even little incremental things that help.
Boy, forget it. People are listening to us. They're going, "These are just two old people talking about old people stuff." And
No,
I'm
it's
thinking of
just
just
things-
starting a show called Old People Stuff.
Yeah,
And people can
old
call and
people,
talk,
right. Well, the thing with me is I'm not the tallest person in the world. Madonna and I are about the same size, according to JFK. And so I like a little height on all my shoes, which steer me away
How
from
tall
sneakers.
are you?
I always say 5'4". That's a big
Really,
exaggeration.
Marjorie is 5'3", 5'4", something like that.
That's yeah, I'm in that zone. And so
Well, I was always
Converse-
hot. I was always hot for short women.
Yeah, you like us.
I don't like
petite
tall women.
Yeah,
Although I did go with a tall woman for a while.
you sure did. I remember her. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, she was tall. But I usually that tall doesn't turn me on.
Yeah, well, it's to each his own.
Yeah.
But I think that the thing I don't like about it is people tend to be dismissive of petite people. And so I always wear high heels, and I'm always taller than I really am. But then Converse and Puma, the Converse Chuck Taylors are the better, came out with a platform. And that platform, they've got a platform, and you can get a variety of soles, and it gives you enough height so that you feel like you're among the people and you're comfortable.
Oh,
Your
I didn't
feet are,
know that.
yeah, they've
Yeah.
got several now. Most tennis shoe makers
Well,
make a
these things have
platform.
a reinforced heel. They're very heavy reinforcement on the heel,
Yeah,
on the back of it, and then it has a real nice arch and so on. And so it doesn't hurt as much as the other sneakers do, and it forces me, as I said, to walk heel toe, which when you get neuropathy, you have a tendency to just slide.
yeah.
You know,
Good.
Marjorie can hear me slide, and that's what causes you to fall too.
Yeah, I mean, so that's very proactive of you.
So
That's
I'm
good.
going to bring my new sneakers to my PT today and see if they approve.
Good idea. Yes, because
Yes.
there's so many products out there. Like if you have a chance to look through
Marjorie
what
can
is the
hear me
magazine
slide.
AARP,
Yeah, and
half
that's
of their
what causes
things are
you to fall, too.
advertisements for
Yeah.
things like that, so that you don't really know.
Well, I mean, I have
gonna
one
bring
of
my
my
new
current
sneakers
sneakers
to my
are
PT
Skechers
today
and see if they approve.
Oh man, yeah. Everybody in the world,
Yes.
Skechers is
Yeah.
not going to be happy. There's so many
So they
products
take
out there.
over everybody's
Like if
feet.
you have a chance
They're
to
on a
look through
campaign.
what is
Yeah,
the magazine
but
AARP,
they're not
half of
very
their things are
solid.
advertisements for
You
things
know?
like that.
Well,
so
they
that you
have a
don't
lot
really
of
know.
give in.
I mean,
them.
I have,
I can, a little flop over to the side this way, a little flop over. These shoes, because they have a really reinforced heel, force my feet straight ahead.
That's
And
good.
it doesn't seem they're good. They're terrific. I think they're going to do the deal for me. Maybe they're even better ones, but this one's okay.
Yeah, see,
Kuru,
that's how
it's
you
called.
find out things that work for you. Like bionics, I love boots. I have so many cool boots, but they're hard to. I'm still not healed enough in my ankle to wear them
You
with
know,
comfort.
nobody today. I see lawyers going into court wearing sneakers,
Yeah, it's okay now. It's all the young
and you can
entrepreneurs.
tell because of the white bottoms.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Silicon Valley, made it cool to wear ultra casual, basically anything you want, and it would be okay. And I appreciate Silicon Valley for that.
Yeah, but I'm saying these are lawyers, and they have to get dressed up to go to court, and they got a tie and a jacket, and they're wearing a suit, and then
Yeah.
they're wearing sneakers.
Yeah, and it's accepted. Yeah. Well, and these casual Fridays? Remember, we used to joke, what do hookers wear on casual Friday? But, and you can find a lot of things that make what you're dealing with physically easier that aren't outrageous.
I'll tell you the best dressed hooker I ever saw. We were in a late night restaurant here in New York called the Brasserie. I and my friend Bruce David, who is one of my friends who's now gone, and we're sitting there. And as we're sitting there, this woman walks in, and she's topless.
What in the
And she
diner?
walks down the steps. They have these long stairs. She walks down the steps topless, goes over to the counter, and sits down. And I said to Bruce, "What's that all about?" He said, "Well, let me go find out." So
I've
he
got a
went over
vision.
and sat down next to her and started talking with her, and we're watching him talk back. Finally, he's finished. He gets up and comes back. I said, "So what's the deal? Why is she topless?" And she says, "I'm a prostitute, and I think it pays to advertise."
She's right.
I mean, she was topless. No,
Yeah, I
nothing.
mean, if they don't throw her out and the cops don't have a problem with it, she's correct. Pays to advertise.
Well, if you don't have a problem with it, why not?
Yeah,
It helps. It helps make the decor better.
it was branding, marketing.
Yeah. I remember it was that same place I had a breakfast one morning with a good friend of mine, Robert Downey, who was a director.
Oh yeah,
the director.
the father of the
Well,
one we know.
and he brought his son to breakfast. He was a
Oh,
little kid at
wow.
the time. Little kid. Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now,
people
was
say,
he
"Have
a
you ever met
precocious-
Robert Downey Jr.?" I go, "Yeah, I had breakfast with him."
But was he? Did you see signs of
No.
cinema greatness in
No,
him?
no. He was just. He brought the kid with him.
Uh huh.
You know. The kid was a nice kid. Yeah.
I like Robert Downey Jr. because he's been pretty frank about his struggle with addiction, and he
Yeah.
seems to have overcome it, and is living. He's got that nice wife, Susan,
Yeah.
and he seems to be living an overcoming life.
Well, I've never been honest about my addiction, but I keep doing it. What the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just
I won't
it's
say
right.
what it is. My addiction is whatever happens to come along. You got a joint? Fine. You got some coke? Good. I'll do that.
What are you packing?
What are you packing? What's for lunch? Hey, we run out of time for this one.
Oh my goodness!
And I
We're
gotta
going to
go
drop
to
some more names.
I've got to go to PT.
PC, you look at you throwing your slang around. PT.
Yeah.
PT.
Thank you very much, Lori. We'll see you next week.
It is my pleasure. I will see you.
Bye-bye.
Now in its 10th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lori, for being with us once again. Actually, that's an old recording of her. Hold on a second. I got to get my... There we go. Got my audio correct now. She's still going through a lot of her radiation and chemotherapy, although the chemotherapy is over with, and I think the radiation is over with, but she says now the doctors say she may have her laryngitis for the next 2 months, but they don't know. So we'll wait and see, but hopefully we'll have her back soon. In the meantime, we'll keep playing repeats of her. And it was a repeat today because I screwed up. See, I always screw up on Wednesdays. Why? I don't know, because I'm off for a couple of days, and I don't have to set this whole thing up. And if you thought you heard double audio, it was that you were hearing a replay that was coming off of one. I'm not going to explain it. It's just Pop's fucked up. Okay? All right? You got it? All right. Glad you got it. Okay. Let me admit all these people here onto our program. We got Jeff up there, and we got Kevin, or at least half of Kevin. And we have Charlie Wallace. Hello, Charlie. Are you there, Charlie? Charlie, can you hear us? You got Jeff, can you hear us? Is anybody hearing me? I imagine you're hearing me. Okay. Wait a minute. Charlie, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a delay between when you say you're gonna and I switch over.
Yeah,
there.
okay. All right. Well, and hello to Kevin. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Kevin. Got his earphones on. Hello, Kevin. Can you hear me, Kevin? Oh, boy. And Jeff, can you hear me?
I can.
What?
I can hear you.
Yeah, but you're very low. Your voice is very low.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh boy. Well, everything's screwing up tonight.
Without problems.
What? Oh, there you are. There you are, Kevin. We can hear you.
Yeah, for some reason it muted on me.
Yeah, and Jeff is low.
Am I okay now?
And you're very low. You're very low, but since you never have anything to say during the show, it doesn't matter that much, But it could be you don't have you may have the wrong microphone on or something like that, Don't worry, Wednesdays are a bad day for us because everybody's been off for a couple of days and they just reset everything. And I'm sorry, folks. I didn't mean to cause problems here. Anyway, how y'all doing? How you, Kevin? And how's you?
Good.
Yeah, and you, Charlie?
Well, I'm doing okay for an old man.
You're doing okay for an old man? Yeah. Well, you're a good-looking old man. The gray hair, and you look good. You look good. You're holding up okay. Unlike Pops here, I'm just falling apart. Okay. And then we have, of course, Jeff, who we can hardly hear.
Well, I want to say thing though.
Oh,
I talked to two different guys.
wait a
There
minute.
you are.
There it is. I don't know what you did.
Didn't do anything.
Wait a minute. Just get closer to your camera. That's it.
Magic?
Get closer to the camera. It's
I go
it's
clamor and
it
be
seems
eating it.
see that's when it seems to kick in is when you're closer to the microphone, to the camera, which has the
The
microphone
gain
in
is
it.
down.
Yeah, it's something weird. Anyway, there are two types of people in this world.
Yeah.
Those
People
who
who can extrapolate from incomplete data.
and those who can't.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. You know,
Yeah.
when you
Anyway, I talked to two guys who are 90 years old,
okay, yeah,
still having a good day.
you're still having a good day. 90 years. Okay, well, we'll wait and see what happens with me.
That's right.
You know, we're hitting 85 now. We'll see what happens. I'm going to have lunch on Friday with my business manager who's in town. He turned 90.
There you
Okay,
go.
and he's still adding the figures. You know.
Good.
Anyway, let me see here. What is new? Nothing's new. Nothing's new. It's the same old, same old.
Well, they're ignoring the judge's orders. So
Yeah, yeah. You know, that's because our our president now is very egotistical, more so than the last time. You know, he feels he can get away with anything now. That America loves him. Well, they're going to love him for about 2 months. And then all of a sudden they're going to see the price of eggs haven't gone down and the economy is not in great shape. And they're going to be paying more for cars, and they're going to be, you know, it's going to get worse and worse. So we'll just.
He's blaming everything on Bidenomics already.
A lot of the economists are saying that what he's doing is going to push us into a recession
yep.
real soon. Real soon.
Well, I don't feel good about that.
But he'll blame it on Biden.
Neither do I. Scares me, actually. I mean, I'm normally not scared about this, but this guy is a nut job.
Well, I put my money into stocks because I don't want to.
I haven't. And the stock market's actually been doing pretty good the past couple of weeks.
Well, lately it hasn't. You know.
For me, it has. The stocks.
Well, I mean, mine hasn't gotten terrible because there are two things to take into consideration: the Dow and the NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ, for the most part, has remained fairly solid. So I don't know how much of my stuff is in NASDAQ. So you know, I don't pay attention to that. I have people that handle that for me.
Yeah, I know. You big wealthy guy.
Well, I looked, and I pretty much have as much money right now as I had when I started out. So, you know, I don't.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
and I've been spending money like it was water. You know, because Marjorie orders out every night for dinner now.
Well, you don't expect her to cook, do you?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
In the ass, you must be to live with.
What?
No, I was talking to somebody else now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. At least you get food that you guys like, and it's varied. She may only be good at cooking 2 or 3 things, and you'd get tired of that.
Yeah, well, you know, she's good at cooking a lot of stuff, but I mean, she's just, you know, it's not original stuff now. We're getting this stuff from like Instacart, and well, Instacart's okay because you're getting groceries there, but what's the other one? Insta whatever, you know.
Grubhub.
Grubhub. Yeah, well, not Grubhub. We do Uber Eats. And tonight we ordered from Uber Eats, and the wrong order came.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Driver's in trouble.
Yeah, well, I don't know who's in trouble, but we called
Driver.
Uber. Well, it's not. How's it the driver's fault? These guys at the restaurant
Supposed to deliver the right order. They didn't deliver the right order.
I don't think it's their responsibility. It's the responsibility of the restaurant because they put the food in bags.
Depends if it was a sealed bag and it had your
It's
name on it.
It's a sealed
Then it's their
bag.
problem.
It's a sealed bag.
Yes.
Yeah. So they brought it, and you know, we wanted tiramisu and we wanted some calamari, and we didn't get it. So then we had to complain to Uber Eats and try and find out a phone number for Uber Eats. You know, but finally we found one, and they managed to take it off, and then we reordered our calamari and our tiramisu, and then we got 2 orders of calamari. Now, you only want 1 order of calamari. You know why? because if you put it in the refrigerator, it's not very good the next day.
No.
You know,
Probably doesn't microwave very well.
well, you
No.
can warm it up in the microwave.
It
Okay.
turns into rubber bands.
Rubber
Yeah,
band,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And on top of it, this restaurant we order from gives you 2 for the price of 1. In other words, if you order something, they give you another one for free. So now I've got another one for tomorrow night of the same food I ate tonight, which I'm already sick of.
It's leftovers.
It's left. Well, it's not leftovers. It's new stuff. I just got to
them.
warm it up.
You know the way to warm it up. The thing I found was called a air fryer.
Yeah, well,
You
that's fine. That's one thing. Another way is a microwave, and I have an air fryer in my oven.
Oh,
So,
okay.
you know.
Well, I have one that's not in my oven, but it's a big one. But it things that don't do well heating up are things that have been deep fried, like French fries.
Mhm.
You go to a restaurant,
Yeah.
you get a ton of French fries, you bring them home,
Nope.
microwave them, they turn soggy. In the
Yeah,
air
I
fryer.
can't tell you the last time I ever brought French fries home.
Yeah.
Just things like that. Chicken nuggets. I don't know.
I
why.
don't order chicken nuggets
Oh well.
because anything that's not truly part of the chicken, I don't order.
Come on.
And chicken nuggets do not exist on a chicken.
I was just throwing something out in the air.
Yeah, they do.
Chicken nuggets are probably
Use them for fertilizer.
Right.
Anyway, so that was my day today, and then you try to find a phone number for Uber Eats. Good luck. It takes forever. You finally find one.
They're busy.
Give me a call next time. I can give it to you.
Yeah, you can give it to me. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Because
Same with DoorDash.
well, most places you can't get a number on anymore because they don't want to talk to you.
No, they don't. They want you to
You know,
email it in or
No,
chat.
I have a way of getting the phone numbers now. I type into Google phone number for Uber Eats, and then a phone number will come up.
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing is true with.
I think they're legally obligated to have a phone number. It's just how you find it.
Yeah. They hide them well.
They don't want to talk to you. They
It's like
really don't
Amazon.
want to talk
I
to you.
don't know what their phone number is. I just go in and complain, and I get to that point where I want to return something. I only talk to them when I have to return something I'm really pissed at, and then I make them call me.
Oh, you ever try to call Amazon?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's Amazon. So I just do. You want to call back? And I go put in my phone number, and within 5 seconds they call you back.
Yeah.
I get a lot of stuff delivered from Amazon, and sometimes it's messed up. Sometimes it's the wrong product. I have an Amazon commercial phone number for the commercial customers, and they always take care of me right away. I'll be glad to give it to you.
Well, I don't need it right now.
I
You know?
don't usually call them, but it's just certain things that I'll call them on.
Yeah, but they said, they made a big deal out of, that they're people's company and so on. I'll tell you what I saw tonight on TMZ. They had this. I can't remember who it is complaining to Amazon because their parents, who were burned out of their home, had a package delivered to their former front door.
Oops.
No house there anymore.
No house, an Amazon package was sitting there.
They got the picture and the ashes and everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And they said that the problem was that Amazon says they have told their people if any of these houses want a delivery, do not deliver to those places. But they did it anyway. So,
They
They
hire
get paid
smart
by the
people for
delivery.
drivers.
Huh?
Sorry.
what'd you say?
If they got paid by the delivery, they got contracted drivers
Mhm.
that actually come and pick up the leftovers from the Amazon drivers.
I wonder if
They
they
get
took a
paid
pic.
by
I
the
wonder if they
delivery.
took a picture of the box in the ashes. Is what I'm
Yeah, that's what I
wondering.
was saying. Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
That would be cute.
Yeah,
because I know that there's people that do that. They're
Yeah.
called flex drivers.
called flex drivers.
Yeah,
Really.
they come in and pick up the leftovers.
They push their drivers hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got a delivery a few minutes ago, as a matter of fact, and it's what, 8 o'clock? Yeah, I
Mhm.
just got one a few minutes ago.
Yep. I get them late.
Well,
but
I
that's good.
gotta hand it to Amazon for the most part. Not all the time, but I'd say 90% of the time they do come up and deliver it to our door. you know.
Well, that's good.
But
Instead of
FedEx,
dropping-
forget it. FedEx is horrible. FedEx will
Fed
leave
up?
you a note saying your delivery is in a store down the street.
I ordered a stereo from Clips, not a stereo, but a sound system for the computer.
Mhm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
a couple $100,
Mhm.
bass speakers, couple speakers from Clips,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still in the Clips box. FedEx delivers it, and they put it on the walkway to the front door, not by the front door. And I got a sign out there that says, "Please leave deliveries here behind the column, so no one in the street will see it." What do? They drop it right, not even towards the mat. It's like in the walkway. Oh, they won't miss it when they go in the house. I'm going, yeah, but Porch Pirate Joe can come by here and rip that sucker off in a second.
Wow. Yeah. Well,
They send you a picture.
they send what? Oh yeah, they send
They
you the
send
picture.
a picture, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the ones that say, "How was the delivery?" I say, "Oh, the shits."
No, but then when you say that, you got to then spend the next hour writing a essay on why you were mad at what they didn't deliver. You
Yeah.
know. How is it?
And I'll do that.
Huh?
I'll do that if I'm pissed enough.
I hate when companies use FedEx. I call them Fed Up because there's
Everybody does.
They used to be a good company. UPS used to be a good company. They're all
UPS
both.
UPS is union drivers.
Yeah. And they also
they-
own part of the company.
Oh well, that might be.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
in stock.
But I'll tell you one thing. FedEx, forget it. They'll never deliver to my door. You know? I'm
Yeah,
lucky
what
if they
about-
get it into the building.
I ordered a garden hose from Amazon, and they shipped it.
I thought you
FedEx.
said you ordered a hoe. Yeah, okay.
I don't know if they have those yet, but no, a garden hose, and it was a good price. And then I wanted a garden hose, and I needed another garden hose, so I ordered it, and they shipped it FedEx instead of their regular delivery service,
Hmm.
and they shipped it from Southern California to Colorado to somewhere in Tennessee, and then back into the Bay Area, into Fremont, and then from there it went to Sacramento, and it was supposed to be delivered 4 days ago. I mean, this wasn't. This
Well,
was
you
it
know
ground?
how a
Year
FedEx.
ago.
You know how FedEx.
Was it ground?
Yeah, FedEx.
Yeah,
ground.
that
You do
ground
know
does
how
that.
you know how FedEx used to deliver the original system, which was a
Yeah.
great idea for them. Although the guy who wrote it as a thesis for his college course wrote it as a thesis, and then said, "Well, I started as a company." And his theory was, what you do is you take it and you have one central point, and in this case, it was Atlanta. And you have no, even if you ship something from your house to down the street, it will
Memphis.
go to Atlanta or Memphis. That's
Memphis.
Memphis.
I've been to the Memphis
Yeah.
hub.
It would go to
My wife used to work
it-
for FedEx.
Yeah, it would go to Memphis first, and then it would come back to
A
that
lot of them
address.
still do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun
Most of
looking
them
at the
still do.
tracking when it comes to FedEx. And
But
those-
the reason why your Amazon probably went FedEx is Amazon doesn't use FedEx anymore. What happened was that was a sub company
was a
that you
third
bought
party,
it
yeah.
from. It was a third party you bought it from, and they shipped it, and they
Yeah, they call
shipped
it
it
the-
by FedEx.
in the shipping business, they call it the last mile.
No, the last.
No, that's different.
That's different.
That's different.
Is it? Okay.
That's a local warehouse. It's called the 50-mile warehouse.
Well, they
or
also
whatever.
call the last mile who delivers the package on the
Right.
last mile.
Right. I've ordered
Right, but
stuff
that's
from
what
out
a
of
50-mile
country,
warehouse is as well.
Yeah.
and out of country they use different shippers, and then the last mile is the company that actually does the delivery, and they switch it around and stuff. So
Mhm.
No, that's
Yeah.
what they do when they use the
You know
mail
the-
service as well. It'll
know the
ship
great thing
FedEx
about-
out of someone's warehouse, and then it eventually gets to the local post office, and then the post office
Right.
delivers.
that's okay with me.
You're getting me
So
dizzy.
so the hose gets here. The box.
I was in this business for 40 years. I know how shipping works.
Well, wait a minute. The hose gets here. Yeah.
The hose get here. The boxes look like it's been ran over by 6 trucks.
Mhm.
It fell apart when I picked up the box. And this is a I don't know, a 30-pound hose, 100 feet of hose or something, 40 pounds. I get the hose and I go to put the the attachment on the faucet, and it's missing. It had been cut off.
Oh boy.
And I'm like,
Anybody
wow,
use
this was really
Costco?
good. I called Amazon, they took care of it, but I'm like, God.
Yeah, but first, then you got to find the Amazon phone number.
Oh, it's on my cell phone. I got the.
I know, but you have to find it. Whether you've got it on your phone, most people don't have it on their phone.
They send
The
you a,
quickest way to do that is go to your orders, do a return, and then when you get to the return, there's all kinds of options.
Right.
You go contact me, push that, put in your phone number, and within 5 seconds they call you.
Oh wow, that's cool. I have to check that next.
Well,
time.
And then they have that order
I haven't seen
that you
that
want to
lately.
return in their screen, and they already know what they're doing.
Oh, that makes sense. Wow, that's Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazon's still easier than any of them. Okay.
Yeah.
But Uber Eats, forget it. Should be called Uber Starves. Because by the time you get your food, it's cold, and it's especially cold here because how do they deliver Uber Eats? Not by car. They deliver it by bicycle. And it's freezing right now. And by the time the food gets to you, it's freezing cold. You may as well just put a stick in it and lick it.
I've wondered about that when I was doing all the door dashing I was doing. I wondered about that because there was sometimes when I'd deliver stuff and I go, it's just got to be cold because other drivers had turned it down and I took it. 'Cause I feel sorry for sometimes. I'll just take the damn thing. And I know the bag was cold and it had been sitting there. I'm going, they better not complain about me about this. But
when I
usually
was
they know that it's been refused by a couple of drivers, and then
because
some drivers are real picky about their
Like you don't live in a bad neighborhood. I mean, what's the big deal?
no, nothing to do with that.
well,
The way that they pay
I-
us, the way
yeah.
that they pay us is by the mile, and sometimes they'll try and cheat you out of it and drop 50 cents or 75 cents. You want to make $2.10 a mile in order to cover your costs, your labor, your wear and tear. That's
Right.
what you want to make.
Yeah.
So if you got an order for 3 miles and they're paying
But
$4,
But then you should get a tip after that, right?
yeah, but people do that all the time. They don't tip.
Really, they don't tip? I mean, they don't feel
Oh,
they
I
have to.
always tip drivers.
Yeah,
I
well,
always tip, yeah.
I know who
Cash,
doesn't.
too.
Believe me, I know who doesn't.
I'm sure you do.
What I do is I tip the Costco guy every time $20 because that's what it cost me to take a cab back.
And those are the ones that we remember.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And you get good service.
some of them
I'm telling you.
Some of them I give a good tip to. Others I just give kind of an average tip to.
The FedEx people, sometimes they have to pick up an Amazon package off my porch that's too big for me to take somewhere. And I usually leave, if it's a hot day, I'll usually leave a couple bottles of water and say on the package on my porch for them to pick it up. And they take the bottles of water. They're thankful.
Let me tell you this right now. Marjorie likes to order her Pellegrino, and she gets it in a big crate, right? And then she orders 2 of them.
Sure, why
And
not?
then Amazon, or rather FedEx, will leave them downstairs.
Oh, idiot.
Now, look at me. Look at how old I am, how frail I am. I can't lift one of those boxes,
Right.
okay? So, come on, deliver them to my front door. Come on.
Do you put that in the notes, or
We do, of course we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
We say we're old and we can't go downstairs to get the stuff, Plus, they leave it down in our lobby where anybody can steal it.
I
Yeah.
see that when I send you deliveries from Amazon, sometimes it's by your mailboxes, and I'm like, anybody can walk by and grab it. I mean, how stupid.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Take it up to the guy's door.
And
you
now
know?
I have
you guys are,
people
You guys
who
are funny
the
'cause
people
I'm
who are the
sitting here listening to
landlords
this.
for this place, unfortunately, don't get with the idea that hey, we should be. We should have a place, one central place where people can leave boxes off and we can pick up the boxes from there.
Somewhere secure.
Someplace secure. And there is a place they could do that. It's in the very front, Instead, they don't pay people to be there 24/7. I think they pay them to be there for 8 hours late at night, So
your food
By the
order.
way, in case you know that I got my renewal for my lease, and I got the proper numbers finally, and I sent it back to them, and they've yet to send me back the landlord signed version. And I
Yeah.
keep asking, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You know. Plus, there was a place there where you had to add what I'm going to take it for 2 years, and that means I will be paying so much and so much. And I was supposed to fill in the numbers, but there's no way I could fill in the numbers. I could only hit the dot that I had to hit to make it. So I hope they fill it out for me. I hope they get it back to me.
In where I live, it's easy to get restaurants that will deliver to you. They have a
Wait a
delivery.
minute, we just changed the subject. Okay, go ahead.
I've been trying to say it for 5 minutes. You
Oh,
keep-
okay. I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you.
Yeah. So no, so don't you have like a favorite Chinese restaurant? Don't they do deliveries?
Yes, but they do it by Uber Eats now, and
I meant they don't have their own
no,
delivery.
no. Most of the places don't have their own delivery people.
And
I
a
am-
lot of them, a lot of them get away from the delivery part and they give it, they outsource it.
Okay.
I had a lot of that.
Pizza is delivered by some delivery
Same
service.
thing with pizza. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Places that used to, Domino's is one of the only ones lately that still holds on to their deliveries, and a couple of local ones.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, you know, I don't have any of that here.
Well,
any
around here
longer.
we don't have high rises where I live, so they
No, it used to be. We used to get order from a place called Ollie's Chinese food, and they would deliver. You know, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, one day we said to them, "We want you to deliver it to us." Well, we don't deliver any longer. Well, call Uber Eats. Go to Uber Eats
Yep.
and look us up.
Is
you
that
know.
expensive? To have it delivered via Uber Eats?
Yeah,
What's that?
yeah.
Is it expensive? I've never ordered food and had Uber Eats deliver it.
Uber
Yeah, I've
Eats,
delivered them. I do both Uber Eats and DoorDash.
Yeah, I don't think they charge us extra for Uber Eats, do they?
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah, they do.
There's an extra charge, delivery charge.
Well, okay. So, you know, I'm just getting too old for this world.
But when you're watching a Super Bowl, it's worth the delivery charge. You don't have to go out and pick it
Yeah,
up.
if you don't have to get out.
Yeah, but it may never get to you because it's Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh,
By the way, they were arguing that Super Bowl Sunday that Trump wants to make the Monday after the Super Bowl a national holiday because nobody
Yeah,
goes to
people talk
work
about that all the time.
because they
Yeah.
don't go to work. I have a better suggestion. A football game should not preclude should not make it so we have to have a national holiday. So why don't you hold the Super Bowl on a Saturday? Huh?
Yeah. So a lot of veterans that pissed at him because when they had the national anthem at the Super Bowl, he saluted, but he's never been in the.
He
he's never
always
been in the
salutes.
service.
I was standing next to a guy in the
He
service,
never-
and we were standing there, and I said, "Why is he saluting?" He goes, "It's disgusting."
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I go, and he evaded the military, and I'm talking to a vet. He goes, "Yeah."
Yeah.
He goes, I said, "He's not
Oh,
supposed
the
to
vets are-
salute,
my
is he?" And he
roommate's a
does it
vet.
all the time.
Well, no, he can look. Anybody could salute. I mean, when you pledge allegiance to the flag, sometimes some people salute, some people hold it to their heart.
You're supposed to be in the service if you salute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remove
Yeah.
your hat and salute if you're in the service.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, you know. Anyway, they cheered him. Did you notice that?
I heard that it
Well,
was piped. I heard it was piped
I heard
in.
that it was piped in by Fox.
Fox
Yeah.
did it. Yes.
Yeah.
If you
Who's
people
there?
who recorded it at the stadium, there's boos. They're booing
Yeah.
him big time.
Oh yeah.
Really?
What
Yeah.
a loser.
And on the air, it was cheering.
Yep.
They silenced the boos and piped in this fake cheering.
Wow. Wow.
Fox
What a
was ready
piece
for
of-
that. They knew they were going to boo him.
Wow. Life is getting really weird, isn't it?
You know, you got to wonder with him trying to save all this money and the government spending. How much did it cost him to take him and 5 of his friends to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
The cost of
Over,
the jet?
I think it was over $700,000 or something.
Yeah, I heard something like that too.
Where's Doge when this is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Did
And
you
he
listen
didn't
to
even
the
stay for the whole
committee
game.
today?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Did you listen to the committee
No.
today?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, that was a shit show. Guess who's the chair of the Doge Oversight Committee or whatever the hell it is?
Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Yep.
No.
Really?
I didn't even
Really?
know, and I guessed.
Yep.
Geez,
Oh, really? Wow.
It was a shit show.
Did you see Mr.
Although the Democrats could have done a hell of a lot better than just bitch about Elon. But, you know, that's another story.
So in the local news here in the Bay Area, there's a group of people that are against Elon Musk, putting the hand in the air like Hitler. So they are going to vandalize. I sent this to a different list that Amy's.
There's one down here in Seaside, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna,
you send one to Amy, but you don't send one to me.
Well, it's a group text that we send all kinds of stuff. I'm sure.
I'm sorry, I'm not included. I only run this company.
We'll include you. You're welcome. It's just a
Not
group
really.
text.
Not really. I don't want to. I have my own group.
I'm sure you do.
You know what? It's like 30 texts a day. You don't want to.
Oh,
wouldn't-
okay.
wouldn't want to-
Forget it. Then it's like getting texts from Tony.
Yeah.
But I listen to you. I don't bother you no more. I mean,
He doesn't bother me
I got a
anymore. I've
little
had him on. I've had Tony unblocked for 2 months. Little bit of chat now and then. Imagine with all that coffee did to you, Tony.
I cut back the coffee
I
actually.
know you said.
Yeah.
And look at Ray tonight.
Back
He's
texting too.
he's here tonight as the Unabomber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's freezing in my house.
Is
You
it
sound
really?
good, Ray.
What happened
Yeah.
to all that radiant heating you have?
Well, it doesn't. That's the problem with radiant heating. It takes a while to catch up.
Really?
Yeah, it's not like
you
a
gotta be
regular
standing on
heater
it.
where it just heats right away. The radiant heater has to takes a long time.
So why don't
Has
you
to
turn
heat
it
up
on?
the concrete.
Why don't you turn it on early?
I don't
Gotta
know.
wait
We got
till
it
8
low,
o'clock in
too.
California. We wait till 8 o'clock so you get off that tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here in New York, you're supposed to turn on the heat when it goes below 55 degrees. My landlord has yet to find that out. The other night, at like
He got ice
2
pickles
in
in your
the
floor.
morning when it was, I'd say probably 30 degrees outside. It was the radiators weren't going, you know.
They might be. You know what? Do you have the old radiators like my mom has, Alex? The metal ones?
Yeah.
What they make the noise? Yeah, that's what we have
They
still.
don't make
Yeah, it makes that wonderful
They make
noise.
that
You,
noise
you
when
know
they-
the heat is coming up when you hear that clunk, clunk, clunk.
Clink,
Yeah,
clink,
it's like
clink.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, I wake up in the night and everyone's, oh, there they go.
Yep. But
Okay,
so
cool.
when's your heat going to turn itself on there, Ray?
Well, it's probably on. It just takes a while to heat up the cold concrete.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hot water goes through the pipes, right?
I know this.
Yeah,
is,
so like if it's say it's like today it was fairly warm and then all of a sudden it started raining and it might snow actually.
It's going to snow.
it get-
Where
yeah, the
are you?
temperature
Where are you in the Bay Area?
not going to snow there.
Palo Alto,
It's going to snow.
well in the hills
Oh,
right here. It may
okay.
snow a little bit.
So what I'm wondering, Ray, is if
It does snow some.
Why don't you install a couple wall heaters or forced air heating? I know you don't have a crawl space on top or bottom, but they can run the pipes along in your ceiling, that look nice, that don't look like crappy. Get a forced air heater.
I don't know. It's just not. I don't
With
know.
all your money, I mean, what are you going to
Well,
do?
no, but
my
these
money.
Eichler homes were built with radiant heating, which
I know what they are.
technically is not a bad idea. You know.
Also, we just don't have it very high in the first place, so.
Oh, you
my
have to
wife
turn
is
it
really-
higher if you want to.
I can.
Yeah, but you don't want to spend the money, right?
No, I'm cheap.
It's
Is
very
it,
expensive.
what
I'm
is
very
your
cheap.
PG&E bill like?
It's really, really high. It's not PG&E. It's City of Palo Alto. I don't know what it is. I just know it's extremely
I bet
high.
it's
My
not
wife
as
pays it.
high as mine during the summer.
It's
Try
not
me
high.
during the summer.
Oh, really?
How much is yours, Tony? How much is yours
Well,
during the
I'm
summer?
like me and my brother are in like your camp. We could have a $350, $400 electric bill in the summer. I refuse to be.
I've seen it go up to 600.
You're worse than me. I
Well,
want to be
you're
cool all the
much
time. I
bigger
don't want the
place.
heat like you. I
Yeah.
hate the heat.
Well, no, it isn't.
Oh, I
It
hate
isn't a question that I turn on the heat. The radiators take care of the heat. It's during the summer I got to turn on the air conditioner. Okay,
That's what I do. The summer,
And
I
the
want
air
to be
con-
cool.
Yeah, right. And that uses a lot of electricity.
You don't have central air. You have through the wall
No.
units,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Well,
Yeah.
look, come on. This
I-
building
have
is
central
from
air.
1900. You think it's got central
Yeah.
air?
We
I
didn't
don't
do
know.
central air either.
I'm surprised you have real electric light bulbs and not gas. But no, I have my PG&E bill. I thought it was
Well,
expensive.
I wish I could show you the wall units here that I have, which are three little candles on the wall that are electric. Okay, but in the old days they were gas.
Sconches. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
the sconces were gas.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure we average about 400 a month.
We pay
Really?
about 400. I have forced air heating. My roommate's always cold, so the heater's always on. And during the summer, I'm always overheated, so the air conditioner runs at 73. And our bill has been about $400 a month.
Wow. So you guys aren't the only ones that have got problems with your electric company.
It's expensive as hell.
But
Yeah.
Trump's going to lower it. Remember, he said he's going to cut it like 40%.
He's gonna cut everything.
We're going to cut
great.
everything.
Yeah, boy, he can't
Grocery.
even drop the price of eggs. How's he going to get the
Eggs are so expensive. I'm buying one at a time.
I just want to hear from all these Trump people who about 3 months from now see all their bills going up, especially things like if they want to buy a car, go ahead, it's 25% more because of the cost of the steel that they make them out of, or the fact that that car has to come from Mexico. Okay. So it's going to be interesting.
I'm in the market for a new van, and they're expensive as it is. And with these tariffs, I'm just going to keep fixing my old van. My old van runs good and it's in good shape, but it's just crazy.
And it's good for picking up chicks, vans.
Yeah, seen it. You've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You can put a mattress in the back of one of those things. I hear.
Well, it has a custom platform, a mattress, and get this, I have carpet on the walls, ceiling, and floor.
There
You
you
shouldn't
go.
be saying this on the show.
Who designed this thing? A Mexican?
No.
Ooh.
No. It was customized. It was customized by a regular.
Was that
Custom shop.
racist? What
I
I
don't
said?
think so.
It's just
Not
that
for me, but-
Mexicans don't have great taste when it comes to decoration.
It was. I don't know. Why shouldn't I say it on the show? What?
I mean, their idea of
Not like I'm picking up minors or anything.
why don't you buy some art for this apartment? Well, we do have art. Don't you see that thing of the Virgin Mary? That's art.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's looking that way.
Maybe when I buy a new van, somebody will want to buy my little carpeted room.
Yeah. Okay, but you're getting a van?
Well, I don't know. With all the prices going up,
If you bought them,
wait for a year.
bought them 2 months ago, they would have been cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I paid 12 years ago. I paid $24,000 for this van.
Mm-hmm.
The same van now. It's a Ford van. The same van before Trump got back into office was $60,000. So
What I'll tell you, you can say what you will about Elon Musk, but the worst thing you can say is, why do you bring your kid to work?
I think the kid was picking his nose. They
And he was eating boogers.
He was two at a time. He was doing this.
Yeah, I was like, look at it. He should have flicked him at Trump. That would have been good.
John
He
did.
did. He wiped him on his desk, and Trump was
he
kind
did.
of
I
like,
gotta watch it again.
Trump is a big germaphobe. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
I
he
must
couldn't
have
have
been-
liked that, and he didn't like that kid. If you look at the pictures, he's kind of giving the kid these
Saw the live. He was giving him a stink eye.
yeah.
But didn't he say that
Trump's not
this
gonna
kid
put
is
up
so
with this.
smart?
Did he say that? I didn't hear the whole thing with the
Got
kid.
another stable genius in the mix.
Well, if he's so smart, yeah. Well, come on, it's ridiculous.
How do you call yourself a stable genius? And who names their son Barrett? I mean, how presumptuous is that, really?
Barron's not a bad name.
Really?
Yeah, it usually goes with robber,
Oh,
but
yeah, it's true.
Baron von Trumpenstein.
Yeah, Baron von Trumpenstein.
Well, his wife is from wherever, somewhere out of the United States, and Baron might be a common kid's name wherever she's from.
By the way, did you see her with your governor out in California, Gavin Newsom?
No.
He kind of likes it.
It looked
Was
like
he
she,
upset with her
it
too?
looked like if he wasn't looking, she was going to hump him right there on the tarmac.
Well,
All
Newsom
women
gave
love
Newsom,
Gavin
Newsom gave him a little tongue when he kissed her.
I'll bet he did.
Really?
He did a
That's
little
the next
lip
president.
job there.
Oh, I'll bet he did.
Women love that guy.
Because she kept staring at him, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't one of those side kisses, on the cheek or whatever. He just went right for the,
Right to the tongue, huh?
and she didn't stop.
I think he
Of course,
wanted.
he didn't know a thing.
I think he wanted to prove something. Okay.
Probably.
Well, she probably doesn't kiss Trump that way. She probably lets the dog kiss her that way, but not Donald.
Right.
I don't think he has an animal though.
You're right. You're right, Tony.
No, he doesn't have an
President
animal.
that doesn't have
Didn't
a
they say he's
dog.
one of the only presidents without a pet in the
Well,
White
look,
House?
the last president had a dog and he was biting everybody.
Yeah, he did have issues that dog. Yeah.
Well, remember the
Didn't
last
get that. His breeder must be vicious.
the last term
dog.
he had the police dog or whatever it was came visited Trump and he couldn't stand it. I think the dog wanted to hump his leg and he was just standing there looking straight ahead.
Yeah.
I
Didn't-
He
would've
had
thought
nothing to do with it.
Didn't
Trump would've
Obama
probably enjoyed that.
didn't Obama have a cat?
I think he had a dog and a cat.
I think I
He had a
remember
water
him having
dog.
a cat.
Yeah, both.
yeah, it's a water dog. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And it was a nice
what?
dog too. Didn't
It's
bite
nice.
anybody. The cat did,
Yeah.
but he didn't bite anybody.
Most presidents have a dog.
Yeah, it's a
And
presidential
Trump
thing.
didn't have one the first time either.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't like four-legged animals running around that are smarter than he is. I don't know.
Well, he doesn't want anybody to hump his leg except Melania. Yeah.
He's probably got to pay her to do it.
I would
Here's a
imagine
new
that is a
4-carat
very.
diamond ring. Would you go to bed with me tonight?
I imagine she gets paid a salary by the
I
Republican.
was going to ask you. You think shit's paid? It's all like
I
staged?
think so. I don't think she really wants to be there. Okay.
I don't think so. Either.
But she's there because hey, I guess he pays her to.
First time she wasn't there for a whole year. Before
Well, she
moved
was in New York. She was at Trump Tower. Because she was also because she said I think she was sending Barron to school for the first time or something, and she wanted him to go to the best schools possible. I hear
Middle of the Bronx.
I hear Barron gets along pretty well with the kids at school. To tell you the truth, but
Well, that's because he's got armed guards around him all the time.
And he's like 6'8" or
He's
something.
wait a minute, hold on a second. Echo, how old is Barron? Forget it.
How tall?
Echo, how tall is Barron Trump?
Trump is 6 feet 9 inches tall.
6 feet 9 inches
Oh, I was-
He should be
tall.
playing
I said
basketball.
6'8".
Give a ball.
Playing basketball, he should be a
Yeah, he's in the
Watusi
wrong
for
profession.
crying out loud.
Teach your kid to dribble or something now. 6'9".
6'9".
It's tall. He probably stopped throwing.
Well, I
everything.
think Melania is tall, but she's not that tall. And but he
Well,
doesn't.
Donald's tall. He's like 6'1", 6'2".
Trump is tall.
Yeah.
How
he's
tall?
like 6'1",
Echo,
6'2".
how tall is Donald Trump?
Who?
6
She's
feet
looking
2.
up all the
6
different
feet 2.
recorded,
All the different lies. About,
Yeah.
How do you get them, mold them together and take me?
pretty, buddies.
Ask her how much he weighs.
Yeah. So anyway,
170.
I mean, why do you take your kid to the White House? Why do you take him to a press conference, essentially?
Why does Elon wear a
Yeah.
hat in the Oval Office?
A
And a
black
t-shirt.
hat.
a cap like a
And he
baseball.
doesn't need it because the plugs. He's got the plugs, so they look okay.
He's got fake
Yeah.
hat.
Oh,
That's a little disrespectful.
Those are plugs. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Trump is dressed really nice, and Musk comes in a t-shirt and a ball cap.
It's like there's no dress. It's like they're
Yeah, but
Must have
guess
saw
which one
Alan's
has
wig.
the
the
guess,
president.
guess which one has the money?
Yeah.
You know, the one
Yeah.
that doesn't give a crap about wearing a
That's right.
Who's going to tell him not to? The richest
I could
man
buy and
ever.
sell you down.
But I don't know. I just,
That's scary, that Elon Musk thing.
this whole
He's like
country
running our
scares me.
government.
Yeah.
I'm terrified every day now.
You know,
Richest
I,
man in the world.
you know,
think he
everybody.
cares about a bartender?
What'd you say?
You think the richest man in the world cares about the welfare of a bartender or a waitress? No, he all he cares about is other rich people.
Well, if
You
the
know,
waitress is hot, he'll
one of
She
the
was
things
never
that's
did, yeah.
interesting is all the people that have gotten around Trump and gotten close to him have ended up going to prison or being.
Yeah.
And so this guy's better have a good line of big high
Well,
power.
what's worse about the guy is not that they go to jail, but that he doesn't do anything to help them with their defense.
Yeah.
He has no loyalty beyond the loyalty you
No.
give him.
That's right.
One of these days, that's going to come back to bite him in the ass.
Yep.
Hey, whatever happened to Vivek Ramaswamy?
Oh yeah, that Indian guy.
What
yeah.
did I hear about? I heard about him the other day. There was
I
something.
thought he was supposed to. He and Elon were supposed to be doing this together.
Yeah.
Oh no,
that's
he
what I
like
thought.
kicked them out early.
But
They fired him?
I think he's thinking of running for governor somewhere.
In Ohio.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Like he thinks anybody cares about him.
Actually, a pretty smart guy.
how about Dr. Oz? Did he get approved?
Ugh,
Oh,
I
man.
don't know that you don't hear about that approval.
Oh, I haven't heard of
No.
it.
what a creep.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
Would you want that guy working on you, Jeff? I certainly
Yeah.
would.
What a clown car that whole
Well,
thing
I
is.
worked with the guy. I got to tell you, first of all, yes, you'd want him working on you. He's supposedly one of the best surgeons around for his specialty. Okay.
Bullshit.
He
Which
was.
is
you
like-
know.
What?
which is
What do you
like
mean?
what,
What do you mean
circumcision?
bullshit, Jeff?
He's not that good.
Really? What's wrong with him?
Dr. Oz.
Yeah, he's a
He screwed up a
goofball.
lot of
He's a
circumcision.
wizard. He's just a wizard.
Well, I heard he was a pretty good surgeon. But why are you making him the head of Medicare? Shouldn't he be made the Surgeon General? I wouldn't object to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Medicare
Nope,
should be
nope,
like
nope.
somebody
At least
understands.
he's a real doctor.
Well, no, Medicare should be handled by somebody who knows how to administrate money.
Right.
Right.
A
Elon's
bean
got that.
counter.
That nobody's proved to me that Dr. Oz is good with that.
A bean counter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bean counter.
You need a bean counter.
Plus, what do you need anybody administrating Medicare anyway? Elon's going to determine that.
Oh,
I'm pissed,
Elon's
I'm
going to
pissed,
do everything.
Yeah.
I'm pissed that Trump didn't offer me the job of director of the FBI. I probably have more law enforcement experience than the guy he put in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Who would he put in there? Who is he in there already?
Yeah, the Indian guy.
Just
Yeah.
remember. in
Oh
6
no,
months
they
from now-
haven't approved him yet. They haven't
Oh.
approved him yet.
Oh.
No.
But
He
yeah,
looks
yeah.
creepy, doesn't he?
They
Yeah.
will approve him. Yeah.
Yeah, they will approve.
They'll
it.
approve anybody
Yeah,
Trump
sure,
wants.
sure,
You know.
Kennedy hasn't gotten approved yet, has he?
No.
Hey,
That's
did
coming.
you see that Google and Apple changed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America?
Did Apple change it too?
Yes, I looked. They did today. Yep.
What?
Talk about kissing ass.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, I heard that Trump told AP they can no longer come to press conferences until they recognize the Gulf of Trump or whatever it is, Trump
America.
of
That's
Gulf
right.
of America.
I thought he was a big First Amendment guy.
Well, what does it have to do with press conferences? If you don't agree with him and you don't think it should be called the Gulf of America, then you don't. What's the big deal? You don't agree
I don't
with
know,
him?
man.
Boy, is that petty.
Yep.
It's his ego.
Yeah,
It's all ego, you know.
but
what are they going to call the Panama Canal?
I don't know.
The American Canal?
Probably Melania's vagina.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's probably used about as much.
Yeah, Melania's canal. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at Apple Maps right now. There it is, Gulf of America.
No.
MapQuest is the only one that hasn't done it.
Really? No.
That is so
No.
ridiculous.
Apple.
Yeah, look
Our
at MapQuest.
Apple.
MapQuest hasn't done it yet.
Well, I don't think Rand McNally's going to do it, are they?
I don't know.
Are they online? That's the only way you can do it.
Is anybody going to go to the Gaza Strip? Because it's going to be like the Riviera. It's going to be like the Vegas Strip.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's going to do with it what he did to Atlantic City. It's going to be
Exactly.
terrific.
Not give any free lunches and burn it to the ground.
You know, he doesn't have to do anything to it to make it like Atlantic City. They're both rubble. You know,
Alex, you know, it'd be funny if one of the reporters asked him, "Hey, Donald, you know, that's a good idea, the Riviera. Maybe you could put one of your casinos there. You know, like the one you had in Atlantic City. How'd that work out?" All right, throw him out of the room now. Let's finish. Enough of your wise
Who
ass.
goes bankrupt in a casino? It's
He wouldn't even give the old
huge
ladies free
cash
lunch.
business.
My grandmother cursed him out.
but the free lunches didn't break him. Okay,
He went
his
to-
inability
he went
to
to Harvard.
run anything is what broke him.
Absolutely.
You know,
But you think he'd throw him a fucking sandwich to four women? We're driving there on a bus. What is it to give out some free food as a coupon? All the other hotels were doing it. Not him.
not him.
Nope.
Well, those
She-
old ladies love taking those buses down there,
Yeah, I used to
getting the
go with
free
my grandmother
lunch,
like once every couple of months. Yeah.
you know, and spending their, I don't know, their food money or something on.
Paris used to have a nice buffet. They used to have sometimes Italian or Chinese. So you could eat as much as you want, which was nice. Not in this
MapQuest-
place.
That's what
Not
a
in this
buffet.
place.
That's what a buffet is. It is all.
I
you
know.
can
I love
eat.
the buffet. That's where you get. That's where I went. Oh, that was my favorite.
Well, you know, I mean, in Vegas, there's some great buffets. I mean, there was the thing at the
Absolutely,
Bellagio had one of the best buffets I've ever eaten at in my life.
Me too.
You know, you
Bellagio.
actually got like steaks and stuff like that. You know, at the buffet.
Bellagio is
The
great.
Mirage was nice too.
You
When I
got-
went to-
it isn't the $5 buffet though. It's a
No,
$670.
no, it was about a $15 buffet.
Yeah, they
Really?
were
The Bellagio
Yeah.
must have been because you were Alex Bennett. I don't know.
No, that was back then. This is now. It's probably much more.
I ate there 3 years ago when I was
In fact, you
Vegas.
get a 1 egg omelet. It's $50 now. You know.
Probably.
The eggs are
Yeah,
ridiculous.
now.
Yeah. No. Anyway, so Kevin, are you awake? Kevin? Oh,
Yep.
he is awake. He is awake. You were just resting, weren't you?
Resting his eyes.
Are you afraid, Kevin?
Yeah, especially after watching that committee meeting today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just remember, like I was trying to say a few minutes ago, just remember about 6 or 7 months from now, AI. That's all I got to say.
What about AI?
Just remember that 6 months from now, when they've gone through all this Doge shit.
Oh, because they're doing the.
Oh, they're
Look at-
using AI.
You wonder why all these
Information.
tech companies are sucking up to him, is because they want to turn all this stuff into AI. They want to
Yep.
turn all the work that they're doing at the CFPB and everything else, all that's going to be done AI. That's why, I mean, you think about it. Why does Apple get into the money business? Why has Google gotten into the money business? Why has all these tech companies gotten into the money business? And then who's the first one to go take all the regulations away? Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's trying
So
to
think
buy
about it.
ChatGPT.
All he has to do is get rid of all these people and let AI take over. Boom. Then the banks will be the secondaries and the tech companies will be the banks. And they'll make all the money. Elon's in charge, baby.
I've heard some conjecture that they're really relying heavily on AI right now to do all these crazy things that they're doing.
Yeah, and it's way early for it.
Oh, I just looked at Google Earth too. They've changed it to Google Gulf of America.
Yeah, Google Earth did. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but MapQuest, no.
Yeah, but who do I do business with now? I don't like Google because they're kissing his ass.
Yeah,
You know, I don't like Apple because they're kissing his ass.
put down there too.
I absolutely don't like Facebook because they're kissing his ass. If I don't have
Amazon.
any of them, where do I put my show? You
Yeah,
know?
really.
Yeah, they run everything now.
Yeah.
And Amazon.
That's the only good place. Costco.
Costco's a
I
great
was there
company.
the other day.
Costco, I think, has not capitulated to him in any way.
They have not. The CEO will not do it, and the board tries to push him into it, and he won't do it. He will not do it.
They would not go along with the DEI, DIE, whatever
DEI,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah, they said we're not going to bend to that. The board of directors unanimously said, no, we're sorry if you don't.
In
want
fact,
to
they had Reverend Al Sharpton there a couple of days ago, walking in with his people, and they were going there to celebrate the fact that Costco wasn't going along with doing away with DEI.
Yep.
And they also don't raise their prices like the other companies do when their costs go up. Because they don't want to rip people off.
Yeah,
so they've actually lost some profits. I mean, they're a super rare kind of company.
Yeah.
Ray, I bought 18. I bought 18 eggs there. They charged me and my brother. I think it was like $10.50 only. It wasn't too bad.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying. They're not doing.
The milk was like $3
They've got to charge you whatever they pay for it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
They only want to make about a 10% profit on the items you buy. Because
they're not gouging.
They're not gouging that way, and they make most of their money off the subscriptions, of which there are 10 million, 20 million. Can't remember how many, but that is what they live for, are the subscriptions. So
well, I got to tell you, I go there all the time, and it is jammed with people.
Yeah.
There's two of them.
I bought stock in it.
Oh, I have stock in it too. There's two of them in Fremont.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
I live a mile.
Costco's in Fremont.
Well, I've been, I use them all the time. I buy from about every 2 weeks.
Got more than two.
What?
I'm sure in New York they probably got more than two Costco's.
One in Manhattan. One in Manhattan. Really? That's all.
Wow.
One in there's one in Brooklyn.
And one in Long Island City, right by the water. I go to that one sometimes.
Right. I don't know if they have one up in Queens. They have one up in Queens.
No, I'd have to. In Queens, it'd be Long Island City. That would be the one in Queens. But I love that stuff. I buy my meat there now. Me and my brother buy the meat there and everything.
They have good meat.
Yeah, it's like we just wrap it up when we come home.
It's still very expensive, though.
It's pricey.
The price of meat went up and it didn't come down, and they could only charge what they could charge for it, without taking a beating. So
they're not losing money.
Well,
I'm glad I'm a vegetarian.
Well, Costco makes their money, as I said, off the subscriptions, and the subscriptions there are tens of thousands.
I don't eat meat.
Yeah, so there are millions of them. I don't know how many, but they're a big company. There's a successful company, and they have a successful formula. And that's why they're going to do.
My stock is doing well with them.
But I like them because they're ethical. And part of those ethics is the way they've gone with Trump on DEI. Good for you. I'm all for you.
And you can tell the employees enjoy working.
All these other companies are caving. CBS caved. ABC is caving.
Walmart caved.
The Walmart caved? Walmart, I understand.
Target caved.
Target caved?
Target did too. Walmart's based in Arkansas.
Who am I going to do business with anymore? I don't have anybody to do business with. It's ridiculous. Anyway, there's our theme song starting to run. It's been kind of a nice hour. We haven't. Have we talked about Trump too much? Nah, I don't think so.
Not too much.
I don't think so. Anyway, listen, it's been good. Good having you all here. Jeff, you got to do something about your microphone. For some reason, when you get close to it, it's fine, but when you're away from it, it isn't.
I think it's your AirPods.
What?
I think it's the AirPods.
Right on.
No, now we didn't hear you.
Never mind.
Isn't it his EarPods, Mike?
It's the AirPods.
He doesn't have. Does he have EarPods?
Yeah.
That's what's causing the problem. It's not hearing you through the EarPods. That's what the problem is. Check your whatever. Your pods. Anyway, hey, listen, that's it. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you to Kevin. Always nice having you here, Kevin. Charlie, a pleasure. Alan, always nice having you here, too, in spite of the fact I give you a bad time. Tony, always good having you here in spite of the fact that I give you a bad time. Hey, Ray, good having you here in spite of the fact that I give you And I don't give you a bad time at all.
Not too often, no.
Anyway, every one of you, I think, probably should give a big wave goodbye, and I'll give a big wave goodbye at you. And there goes our citizen panel for tonight. There's another one forming like crust on onion soup. Oh, jeez. How did I come up with that one? Anyway, on the intersection with Amy Emanuel, and she'll be taking your calls at Gabnet Live on Skype. I'll see you again tomorrow night, same time, same station in life. In the meantime, if you see her, tell her I love her, okay? Bye-bye.
This is a test. For the next 60 seconds, this station will conduct a test of the great...
I turn that off now. Too many buttons here.